Hey everyone, what is going on? It's Jack here again. Now today we're going to go through top 3 reasons why you're not getting any sales on Amazon. Now this is something that applies to all of you, whether you've got your product out there, whether you have just started product research, whether you've been selling for a while and you're not really getting sales. This will apply to you, and this is something that I found out over the last couple of years when I've been doing Amazon, and just things that really take into account why you're not getting sales, why they might be a bit slow, and just why you're not getting that sales traction that you're looking for. So before we go into this, sorry about the dog. If you can hear, it's my next door neighbor's dog. I can't really do anything about it. I know that it can be quite annoying, but look, we're just going to push past it and we're going to go from here. So first off, I'm going to use the same product for all these 3 reasons, and that is, I'm pull it up here, and that is a jade roller. This is just it's obviously a pretty popular beauty product, and I'm just going to use it as just to try and reference all these 3 points that I'm going to make. So first one, as you can see here, is not enough reviews. Now when it comes to launching a product, I wouldn't be launching a product. I go over this in my course as well. I wouldn't be even attempting to launch a product if you haven't got at least 10 reviews. Being a bit lenient, maybe about 8 to 10 reviews, but I'd say 10 at a minimum, just because it really builds that trust with the customer if you've got the reviews there. So if you try and launch a product, you don't have any reviews, no one's going to buy it, because no one wants to be the first person to try a new product. Even if it's priced competitively, if it looks good, if you've got, let's just put it this way, if you've got 2 products there, exactly the same price, they look exactly the same, one's got 9 reviews on it and one's got 10 reviews on it, which one are you going to go for? If you're looking at it yourself, you have to put yourself in the minds, in the shoes of the customer, and what you'd look for is something with the most reviews, the best price, the best looking one, and a big factor of that is having social proof, and that's what comes down to reviews. So I'm just going to use, like I said before, the jade roller as the just as the reference here, and at the top of the page here, even if the bestseller, I want to see what the bestseller is. I don't know if it's going to show me. So this is the bestseller here. Let's see how many reviews it has, if it has any, to say the least. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's not showing the reviews. It's a #1 bestseller. I don't know. Maybe if we come down here. Yeah, there could be a reason why there's no reviews on it right now. It should be showing at least a few reviews, because there's pretty much no instances where a bestseller is going to be, a bestseller product's going to have no reviews on it. So that's an off instance there. But you see here the ones that are floating around. So we've got 82 reviews, which is it's got the Amazon's Choice badge. 701 reviews, so that's going to be up for a while. 200 reviews, 100 reviews, 300 reviews, 100 reviews. And then, you've got these off ones here, 3 reviews. Obviously, it's not a very good, it hasn't got a very good rating on it. But, you can see here, these are, majority of these are going to be over 10 reviews. And you really need that to, even get close to sort of ranking, on the first page a lot of the time. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do it, but it's just going to make it a lot easier, especially if you're selling in the US market. It's going to be a bit easier on the Aussie market, but if you're selling in the US market, you definitely need at least 10 reviews. Because there's a lot more customers, and it's been around for a while, and that's what these customers look out for. So yeah, so just to recap, 10 reviews minimum is what you need. Second point here we've got is your listing isn't optimized, which that means the title, the description, the keywords, the photos, the price, etc. So as you can show, I'll show you right now. This is what you have to sort of look at, what's going to attract you. You have to put yourself in the inside of what the customer's thinking, inside their minds, and go for what you think looks good. So right off the bat here, if you're not looking at, well, you can look at the reviews as well, but you got to look at the price, you got to look at the title, see what it says, and go from there. Now we're not going to worry about the sponsored ones here, but let's just go here. So as I can see here, so this one doesn't look too bad. I don't mind the photo on this one, even though it says bestseller. It's kind of the photo's a bit off for me. It's a bit sort of like a generic photo. So something I go for is maybe just go down here. See what we've got. So the only thing is that, these photos have to be on a white background. That's in the terms and conditions when you're selling on Amazon. But out of these ones, so let's just see what this one here is. So it's not a bad product, not a bad product photo. I don't really like the American flag in there, but you know, you really you have to go by what the American customers want as well. So you can't always be biased in your opinion, but you have to sort of go around and see what's selling best and see you know, what the customers like and what photos, you know, look better in the eyes of the customer. So I do like this photo. This one isn't too bad, and this one again isn't too bad as well. So I wouldn't go for something like this. So I'll just for instance, this is something that doesn't attract me at all. I'm going to go down and see if I can find... See, I like that there. That's not too bad. I like that photo there. So this is a bit tacky as well. You know, obviously it looks like it's still selling well. It's got 10 reviews as well. Something like this, it doesn't really appeal to me because it's got generic photos in it. So you want to go for something a bit more genuine as well. It has to be a photo of the product, obviously. But, you know, just go for something just a bit more genuine and not so tacky. Like photos like this aren't too bad if you're doing action shots and whatnot, but it's really, yeah, you don't want to go for photos that are too tacky. Even ones like this for your main image, it's not that great. You know, these guys can probably get away with it because they've been in the game for so long and they got so many reviews, they can usually get away with it. But if you're a new seller, you really got to step up your game when it comes to optimizing your listing. And you know, things like, so we're going to click into this. Things like your title. So obviously your title needs to be appealing, and you can pretty much copy what the bestseller's doing, change it up a bit if you want, so you can differentiate yourself. But you don't really have to put too much thought into the title in terms of like being creative. But you really have to put more detail into you know, about the product in your dot point, your description, and then obviously your back end keywords as well is a really big one. So that is point 2 taken care of. Now, last one here is, and this is going to be good for people who haven't launched a product yet, just to keep in mind, you know, your product might just not simply be, you know, any good at all. And the way that I check with that, the way that I sort of do a checklist in my mind is, you know, it has to be good quality product. You can't sell, you know, you can't sell cheap shit on Amazon and expect you to sell, you know, thousands of dollars and, you know, make thousands of dollars profit off it. Per month. It's just not gonna work unless it's something that's in very high demand and you're a brand that people know. It's, you know, even then, people are smarter. You know, the customers are smarter than what you think. You know, they're real people. They're gonna know if your product's bad or not. You know, when the first couple of people buy it and you're gonna get bad reviews and it's just not gonna work out well for you. So your product has to be good quality, and there also needs to be demand, or your product needs to solve a problem for the consumer. So obviously with these ones here. Now, these have been around for a while, but obviously your Jade Roller, I think off memory, it just helps to, you know, smoothen out the skin, because I think the Jade is cool and it rolls over your face and it helps with blemishes and things like that. But, you know, straight off the bat, it's a beauty product. It solves a problem for the customer. If the problem isn't, if the customer isn't happy with their skin, solves a problem of, you know, helping to fix their skin, smoothing it out, and giving them something that's, you know, cheap and you know, cost effective, and you know, it's going to get the job done for them. And that's where, you know, all these pet products like the pet grooming gloves, as you would have seen in one of my last videos, you know, that really solves a problem for a customer. So, and it's a good quality product as well, and you just have to keep that in mind when you're looking for products, as you have to actually make sure that there's demand for it, which obviously I've got ways on how to go through that in other videos. And yeah, you just really have to make sure that it's a good quality product for one, and two, it solves a problem for, you know, for your consumer. So it's really all there is to it, guys. I'm not going to make this video too long, but you know, just make sure you go over these before you launch a product, or if you've already launched a product and you're not getting sales, make sure to go over these again. I have always been constantly going over, you know, especially the second one when it comes to my products, just making sure that, you know, it's optimized as well as it can be. Make sure that the photos are appealing, and just always optimizing and seeing, you know, what my competitors are doing and ways I can improve, and you just go from there, because it's really a numbers game when it comes to Amazon, especially in the US market. It matters, you know, your sales velocity matters, your product reviews matters. So the higher the better, you know, with that kind of thing. You're going to get more exposure, and then you're going to end up getting more sales, more reviews, and then it's all going to fall into place once you know, get the ball rolling with that. It's all about your sales velocity and your reviews, and yeah, like I said, just that whole snowball effect is it really comes into play when you're selling on Amazon, especially in the US market. Another thing as well, guys, which I forgot to mention in the video, is you need to make sure that your product is different from your competition. So if you've got a really sort of winner product there, you can't just go out and just start selling the exact same product as what your competition is. It can't be like the same color, the exact same model, and things like that. And you need to differentiate. You need to add something to it. You need to add value to the product. Otherwise, it's not going to sell. So that's one other thing that I forgot to mention in the video. Make sure that your product is different. Make sure that it adds value to the product. Make sure that that the product adds value, for your customer base as well. So that's pretty much all I have for you today, guys. If you have any suggestions in any other videos you want, if there's something you need to know in particular, you want it answered by me, go on the link down below and come into my Facebook group as well. It's a free group. We've got about 150 members or so in there now, and we've got heaps of people, asking questions, and I post in there myself daily. And you can even leave a comment on this YouTube video, or even just message me directly. It's all going to be in the link down below. And I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.